Yeah. Today we'll see pages configuration and hiding some fields within a page layout, like writing expressions for a particular page. Um, so those things we can see. So before that, we'll go to our object. Maybe I'll use event object only. So here, if we have like we have event type, right? Event type field. So for each event type, we'll try to create a few layouts. Like for each event type, we'll create one layout, and so that we can like whenever we change that value, a different layout will come. So we will go to application composer, and from there we'll go to the event object, and then we'll create few pages. So my object is event. I'm searching for that. And if you see pages, here we can find pages. Uh, Generally, working with pages, it will be like it will take some time to open a page or to edit a page. So it will take some time. Um, so landing page, since we don't have any, like we can just add some fields or remove some fields. Only that we can do in landing page, but we can give some role here. Okay, so for creating page layouts, so I'm not able to see any, like, to select different role for landing page layout and for even for creation page layout. So there is no option to select a particular role, but I have a option. Uh, we should see expression here. Okay, but what we'll do, we'll duplicate this layer. So generally, like once we create default pages, we can duplicate existing layout. Suppose I can select this field and I can duplicate it. So this is the duplicate symbol. So I'm giving, so I'm editing. So you can see the source layout is default custom layout. From that it is copying. So if you want to make any changes, we can use save and edit. Otherwise, we can just use save and close, so that it will be just a copy. Yeah. So the duplicate page layout is created. So if we want something like event type maybe. So if I want that, I can add owner. I can add, and we can rearrange. So and then here we can see one section, right? Event name, event location, event type. So this is we can select. We have summary page, right? So there, if you want, we can just use this one. And if any DCLs like owner, right? So owner, if you click on owner name, it will take us to the details, like resource page. And if there is any account DCL here, then it will take us to, if we select this drill down column, it will take us to that particular account when we click on that value. And within this we can select the buttons, like in the landing page, what are the buttons we can configure. So generally defaultly we have this create button. If you want any custom buttons, so we can enable and we can expose it in the landing page itself. And there is mass update feature, so where we can update at a time some number of records, I think up to 25 records. So where something like owner change, so we will select some five or 10 records, and then we'll change the owner at a time. So for that purpose, we can use this. Or event type, if you want to update for event type for a particular like 10 records at a time, so we can use this particular feature to update. So these are all the things we can configure in landing page. So I'm saving it for now, and we'll wait for some time to update this. So now if you see the landing page, the modified one or duplicate one will have the role option. So where we can select a role. So if you want to give some particular this page layout only for particular role, then we have this option. So we can select existing roles. So whether it's a sales rep or sales manager or partner, uh, sales administrator. Okay. So there are different roles available, or if we create some specific custom role, so that also it will be available here. So for now, I'm selecting sales representative and even for sales administrator. So currently I'm using sales administrator, right? So for me, this page layout should work. So if my user doesn't have this any one of this role, then this page layout will be it will not applicable, and it will go to the next layout. So in landing page, we can't write any groovy expression. We have only role selection, and that too, like the default custom layouts doesn't have a option to select roles, but if we duplicate, then the option will come. And similarly, we'll create creation page. We'll duplicate. So role selection is same in wherever, like whether it's a landing page or it's a creation page or detail page. So a role we can select same way. So um, so here also we can enable multiple fields. So for now I'm exposing all to the creation page. Okay. And in creation page, so only this much I can do. So here I don't have actions, all that. So there will be only mostly save and close. That is by default. I'm clicking save and close. Okay. So now um, I'll say, uh, so since I'm not using any role here for this requirement, but I'll use advanced expression. So if I click on this XYZ, it will open a function palette. So where we can write our own groovy expression that will determine whether this particular page uh, is applicable or not. So I'll use type, okay, event type. This is depends on event type. So whenever event type is changing, um, this layout should be refreshed. So I'm searching for event type field name. So my event type underscore C. So this is my field name. So I'll write expression like if else condition. So if my event type is equal to uh, orientation, we have one event type called orientation. So if it is a orientation, so then I'm displaying this layout. So for that we can write return else false. Okay. So if I select this event as orientation, I should see all the fields in creation page. Okay, it is saying some warnings. We'll see that. Okay. See here, the expression that I'm using, return, is wrong here in line number 3. Okay. So the reason is here I have used return, and but here I missed one character, that is R. So it is throwing an error. So now I'm saving again. So we will test all this four like these changes at a time. So now I'm moving back to so detail creation page layout configuration is done. So where we have used advanced expression also. And if we in the same way we can yeah, so if you see here we have event type again, fundraising. So we have already one condition here. So we'll again duplicate this and we'll call it as a orientation. and I'll save and edit. So one layout is we have already for fundraising, and we are creating one more layout for orientation. Yeah. So we have duplicated, and here we can see some subtabs, notes, conversions. So in orientation, we'll try to add a few more. We'll see change history something. Here we'll add change history subtab. So in orientation, we can see that change history subtab. So only in this one change history available. So that way we can we can see our change. Okay. Also, what I'm doing, I'm adding few more fields to this layout. Or what we'll do. So something like this we can create. Like we can add a field group. Means we can create. We can combine some fields like event details. We have already one details group, and in addition to that we are creating event details. And if you see here, so all these fields are already selected in another group, so we can't select again. So what only these fields we have: event name, owner, record number. So we will call this as a not event details but record information something. Also we have a option to expand and minimize, so we'll see that option also. Here we have option to add the same group for all layouts or only for a particular layout. For now, I'll select only for one layout and I'll save and close. So now I'll save these changes, and I just need to write one expression for event type, right? So I have already this expression. I'll just copy this and I'll put same expression for my layout. For my orientation details page layout also. So I'll just select event type. I'll put expression. So this layout also should applicable on selecting orientation. So now we have seen all type of like details page layouts, and reusable pages are nothing but so if we are selecting these records, this event records in some other application, right? Like uh, for example, if we create some TCL in account object for event object. So and there we have search button will come for TCL. So if we click on that search, there will be one dialog layout will come. Okay, search and select dialog. So that so there this page layout will be applicable. So where we can we can select by event name and created by, and search results will come with this information. And finally we have Outlook pages. This is for uh, if we add this particular page layout in Outlook config Outlook, right? So there it will be useful. So for now this is not required. So now we'll go to events to check the changes. Okay. So here we can see campus tour and orientation, right? So we'll first use we'll first create one record. No, okay. So by default, it is displaying the standard page layout. In standard page layout, there is no event type, right? So what we will do, we'll add that event type to the standard layout. So now we have added event type field. So here it's we can see. So now we can select here. So if I select event tour, the layout will be same. But if I select layout event type as orientation, my layout will change and it will display all the columns, because we have selected different layout, right? We have configured different layout and there we added all the fields based on this value. Okay. And I'll save. Okay, so as soon as I enter details page layout, because my event type is orientation, it is showing the record information subtab or field, this group, because we created, right? We created only for orientation, and even change history subtab we have added only for event type orientation. So that's why it is appearing. But if we change this event type to some other value, so the record information sub group and as well as change history subtab will be hidden. As soon as again we change to orientation, it will appear. See, these are the changes we have date, right? So it is applicable. It is applying here. So I can save this. And yeah, even in landing page, previously we don't have event location, event type, right? We event location, event type, or owner we don't have. So we added these fields. So here also it's up like applying. And then we'll see the mass update. So I think mass update is not enabled, so it is not working. So So these are regarding like page changes. So then within page layout, so we'll see like how we can hide a field, right? So we don't need to remove a particular field from page layout, but we can hide based on some condition. So something like orientation, details page layout we'll see. So here we have so many fields, right? But what we can do is I don't want to display expenses. Okay. So what I can do, I can just click on that field, just on that field. So it will open up this edit properties, UI properties. So where we can see the layout properties. So in layout properties, we can set whether it's required or whether we can update or not, or we should hide or not. We can just say yes or no. So it means there is no condition. If we want to put some condition, we can use this expression. So again, it's a groovy expression where we will tell whether it's required or not. Okay. Or if it is required or not, or it's so same way, like we can give conditions here. Same way we can use if else conditions. So we can define and we can give it here. So for now, I'm not using required for conditionally, but I'm giving directly. But um, but updatable also I'm giving. Okay. Yeah, updatable also I'm giving yes, but in hidden, so I'll write one expression. So when this field should be hidden. So um, so I have an event budget here. Okay, I'll try to use this one. What I'll write, if my event budget is greater than, this is a currency field, so it will store amount, right? So if it is more than 1,000, okay, then I'm saying return else return false. So this is depends on event budget. So I'll select that field, event budget. I'll save. So in the same way, we can select expressions here. Okay. So that is depends on requirement. But for now, I'm selecting hidden expression for this one. So if hidden return true, right? So when that condition is satisfied, so it will be hidden. So here return true means required, updatable, and hidden. So if finally if that value is returning true, so this is what the meaning is. So now we'll go to the page layout or the event object, and we'll verify this change. So as soon as if we enter that expression, right, it will show some gear icon in the page layout itself, so that we can identify this is this field has some property at page layout level. So I'll select one record And where is our event budget, right? I'll enter some 1200. Yeah. So if you see this change, if I enter 1200, so the field expenses is automatically hidden. But if I change, right, if I change to 120, the field will be automatically shown here. And because we have used that update required yes, right? So it is required. And if we also the property is updatable, so we can update here. Uh, yeah, this is how we can write expressions at page layout level. Uh, that's all for today. So if we want to rearrange, so we can just click on a particular layout and we can uh, generally this reorder should be applicable. Okay, we'll use this here. Okay, here we can see if I want to reorder, I can use this up and down arrow. So we can pull down so that first it will check for this layout and then it will check for the next layout. The conditions will be like sequence to check the conditions. So this is the sequence we are selecting. Also, if we want to deactivate for a particular layout, so we can do that also. I'll show you. So for that, we can select a particular layout and inactivate. If we click on this inactivate, the layout will not be deleted, but it will be in inactivate state. The layout will be in inactive state, but it will not delete. So if we have more pages, then generally we should use less number of pages. So that performance will increase. So and whatever if we write some expressions, right, within page layout, like hidden expression, required expression at page layout level, that will be applicable only when you create records in UI, means using this application, so in a browser. So that will not applicable if we import or if we use some from web services, right? So those expressions will not be applicable at that time. It's applicable only for using in UI. Then so yeah, that's all.